Hello students, welcome to another session of All 4 e-learning program. I am DNR, your physics lecturer. So we are continuing with the capacitors. So today in this session we will take up some illustrations based on common potential and the problems based on energy concept. Okay. So before going to the topic, let us have a glance of all the various things that are required to understand today's topic there. Okay. So I was telling you capacity is Q by V. First formula. Energy is half CV square or Q square by 2C. Right? When capacitors are in series, 1 by CS is 1 by C1, 1 by C2 dot 1 by Cn. If they are in parallel, C1 plus C2 dot Cnx, right? So based on these things, we'll take up some illustrations. I was telling you, we were deriving a formula for the common potential when one capacitor charged to a potential and another capacitor charged to another potential. Both are joined together. When both are joined together, then what is the common potential? So we were talking about this concept of common potential, right? So therefore, let us imagine, suppose there is a capacitor C1. Is capacitor C1 charged to a potential V1. The charge in it is Q1 and the energy is U1. The energy on it is U1, right? And another capacitor C2. Another capacitor C2, well, charge to a potential V2, charge is Q2, energy is U2. This is plus minus plus minus. If the capacitors are charged like this and connected in they are charged to different potentials, and I am going to combine these capacitors. Then if I combine such that plus is connected to plus and minus is connected to minus, right? Parallel combination. If they are connected in parallel like this way, then first point, charge always flows from high potential to low potential. So charge flows from high potential to potential more, capacitor with more potential to capacitor with less potential. So redistribution of charge take place. Second question, what is the total initial charge that is existing on the capacitors before connection? The total initial charge is C1 V1 plus C2 V2. Similarly, I'll ask you, what is the total initial energy that is possessed by the system? The total initial energy possessed by the system before combination, half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square. This is the total energy possessed. Well, after combination, what happens? Initially, their potentials are different. The charge will flow from high potential to low potential. But when I combine them, redistribution of charge, rearrangement of charge take place until the potentials are equal. The potentials become equal. So therefore, now these both attain a common potential basic. Well, after combination, this is before combination. This is before combining, before combination it is. After combination, so after they are being combined, after combination, both being combined together, now what will be the total charge and total capacity? Now both attain same potential. When both are at same potential, now charge flow stops. They are said to be in electrical equilibrium, right? So therefore, when electrical equilibrium is obtained, V1 dash is V2 dash is equal to Vc. They attain common potential. Now therefore, the total final charge of the system is C1 Vc plus C2 Vc, or it is C1 plus C2 into Vc. Total charge is C1 plus C2 into Vc. The total final energy is equal to half C1 Vc square plus half C2 Vc square. You can write as half C1 plus C2 into Vc square. Like this, right? Now this is the total final energy. Now speaking about the terms, theoretical. Now how he is going to ask you questions based on this theoretically? Now if V1 and V2 are the potentials, then he is asking you to guess regarding the common potential. You know, common potential always lies between V1 and V2. It is the average actually. Well, average with respect to capacitance. Not average, it doesn't mean V1 plus V2 by 2. It lies between the high potential and the low potential. So if suppose, let us suppose VC lies between V1 and V2, common potential, right? So it always lies between minimum and maximum capacitors, right? So second, suppose if C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C, then common potential you will get it as, well, common potential here, from this we can write down common potential. Actually, what is the common potential formula? The common potential formula for common potential. First we will write common potential formula, then we will talk about the theory things. So second, what is the common potential? It is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. Common potential is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. Now talking about the capacitors, this VC lies between V1 and V2. It belongs to the value between V1 and V2 there, common potential, right? Suppose if V1 is more than V2, then VC will be between V1 and V2 like this. Okay. Now in this one, if C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C, then the common potential we will get it as CV1 plus CV2 by C plus C. Well, C plus C I can write it as 2C. All these will get cancelled. It's V1 plus V2 by 2. Average. If the capacitors are equal, the resultant potential is the average of the individual potential system. Next, similarly, suppose now when he is talking about the energy part, the total initial energy will be more than total final energy. So sigma U initial is greater than sigma U final. Some of the energy is lost in the form of heat. So therefore, there is energy loss. This is the heat produced. Well, this is sigma Ui minus sigma Uf. The energy lost is the difference in their energies there. So Ui minus Uf, initial energy minus final energy, right? So total initial energy minus total final energy. Some of the energy will be lost there, right? So the total final energy is half C1 plus C2 of Vc square it is. Vc you have to find out and substitute, right? So therefore, well, total final energy I have given the formula C1 V1 plus C2 V2 whole square by C1 plus C2 it is. Again, if C1 is, if in this one, if C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C, then the total final energy will be C same it is. So it will be half C common, C square of V1 plus V2 whole square by 2C. 1C will get cancelled. So this becomes 1 by 4 C of V1 plus V2 whole square. If the capacitors are equal, then the final energy will be half C V1, 1 by 4 of C V1 plus V2 whole square like this. 1 by 4 of C V1 plus V2 whole square. This way you can find out. So that is the final energy. Now in this one, suppose he will give you some cases. Let us take up different cases. If the terminals are connected, reverse, are connected in opposite way, in opposite manner, or the terminals are connected in opposite manner or in reverse way. If they are connected in reverse way, that is plus is connected to minus, minus is connected to plus, plus to minus and minus to plus like this. then the common potential will be C1 V1 minus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. Don't write minus here, it is C1 plus C2. Right, C1 V1 minus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. What is the total final energy? It will be half, then C1 half of C1 V1 minus C2 V2 whole square by C1 plus C2 it will be, if the terminals are opposite. Similarly, in this one also, if C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C, then what will be the common potential? C common, then it will be V1 minus V2 by 2. It is C common, V1 minus V2 by 2. Well, the total final energy becomes the total final energy. C you can take common outside like this. Then it will be 1 by 4 C V1 minus V2 whole square. These are all the special cases you have to understand. Very important. He will be asking things in different manner like this. Right? If they are of if first case, if plus is connected to plus, minus is connected to minus, these are the things. Well, if the terminals are reversed, if the terminals are connected in opposite manner, or I am connecting in reverse way, then it will be C1 V1 minus C2 V2 by C1 plus. The energy becomes half C1 V1 minus C2 V2 whole square by C1 plus C2. Again, if the capacitors are equal, then it's V1 minus V2 by 2. Common potential is V1 minus V2 by 2 and total energy is 1 by 4 C V1 minus V2 whole square. Well, again, in this one, if the capacitors are equal, the common potential is V1 plus V2 by 2 and the energy is 1 by 4 C V1 plus V2 whole square. Suppose if I take another special case like this. If I take another special case where first capacitor is charged but the second capacitor is uncharged. The second capacitor is to be charged. It is not charged. I want to charge the second capacitor with the first. Now this is actually called the process called the charging by conduction process. Suppose the first one is V1 is existing, it is charged, but V2 0. If case 2, second case, if the second capacitor is uncharged, second capacitor is uncharged. What do you mean the second capacitor is uncharged? In the sense, the first capacitor is charged C1 with V1, charge is Q1, energy is Q U2, but the second capacitor is C2, potential V2 0, charge Q2 0, U2 energy 0. So using this capacitor I have to charge this. This is called charging by conduction. Well, we have learned this in the first chapter. Well, methods of charging, electrification, the process of giving charge to a body is called electrification. There were many methods: charging by friction, charging by induction, charging by conduction. You remember, in that process we were considering already an existing charge. Then using this we are giving charge to another body where there is no charge, either by direct contact or indirect contact. So then charge will flow from one body to another body. Well, charge is rearranged, redistributed. Some of the charge is given to the second one until their potentials are equal. Same concept. Actually, this is charging by conduction method. Now here what happens? When I connect the terminals of this to this like this, then some of the charge from this will go into this one. Some of the charge will go into this. Right? Now the common potential is Vc. Common potential is Vc. Right? Initially actually, let us draw the diagram again. Initially these both are separate. Now I am combining them. So I am combining both the capacitors like this. This is C1 and this is C2. Now both attain common potential Vc and Vc. The charge on this one becomes Q1 dash, charge on this one becomes Q2 dash. Its energy is U1 dash, its energy is U2 dash. Then let us first talk about the various things. V2 is 0. Second one has no charge, no potential, no energy. It is an uncharged, simply a conductor. It's simply a conductor, not a charged body. It's an uncharged body. Using this I am charging it. I am giving charge to this. I didn't connect this yet. Before any connection is made, it is like this. Now later I am connecting it. If that is the case, in this case 2 it is, case 2. If the second one is an uncharged capacitor, then what happens? Then what happens? The common potential. Well, we know the formula for common potential is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. So it is C1 V1 plus C2, V2 is 0 by C1 plus C2. So it is C1 V by C1 plus C2. This is the common potential. Now common potential. Okay, what is the charge obtained by the charge remaining on the first capacitor? What is the charge of the first capacitor? Q1 dash. It is C1 into Vc. That is C1 into Vc. C1 into Vc. So it's C1 square V1 by C1 plus C2. What is the charge on the second capacitor? It is C2 into Vc. C1 C2 into V1 by C1 plus C2. Their individual charges. Now what is the energy? Energy of the first capacitor, final energy. Half C1 Vc square. That is half C1 of C1 V1 by C1 plus C2 whole square. Now what is the energy of the second capacitor? Half C2 Vc square. That is half C2 of C1 V1 by C1 plus C2 whole square. The energy is like this. So U1 dash, U2 dash. Is it? So both attain the thing like this. So total final, what will be the total final energy? The total final energy, the total initial charge is only this one was having charge, C1 V1. Total initial energy, this is having energy. It is half C1 V1 square. Second body was having no charge, no energy, no potential, nothing. Only its capacity. Now after the connection there, right, then the total final charge. Well, charge remains constant. C1 V1 is distributed between these both. So C1 V1 by C1 plus C2. So the final charge, total final charge will be like this. Is it? If I take common in this one, C1 V1 by C1 plus C2, if I take common, then I get C1 plus C2, cancel, finally I get C1 V1. Same thing. This is the final charge. Total final charge, add both. Total final charge is again C1 V1 only. Add these both. From this I can take C1 V1 by C1 plus C2, C1 V1 by C1 plus C2 common. Here it is C1, here it is C2. So numerator C1 plus C2, denominator C1 plus C2 cancel. C1 V1 remains. Well, total final energy, adding both. So it is half C1 plus C2 into Vc square. That is half C1 plus C2 into Vc, common potential. It's C1 V1 by C1 plus C2. C1 V1 by C1 plus C2 whole square. Well, total final energy becomes half. One of the C1 plus C2 will get cancelled. C1 V1 whole square by C1 plus C2. This is the final energy. So in this process there is energy lost. The energy that is lost or the amount of heat produced. So energy lost, that is sigma ui minus sigma uf. Total initial energy minus total final energy. Total initial energy is this, total final energy is this. Right? So if I write down, the energy lost is half C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 into V1 square. This is the energy that is lost. Because I have given you the formula for the energy that is lost. Delta this thing, half C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 into V1 minus V2 is whole square is the general formula for the energy lost. But V2 is 0. So this is 0. So it will become half C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 into V1 square. Now how is it? How do you get this? Now subtract. Initial energy is half C1 V1 square, final is this. So delta U is equal to sigma U initial minus sigma U final. That is half C1 V1 square minus half of, this is C1 square V1 square by C1 plus C2. Well, from this half C1 V1 square, let me take common. 1 minus C1 by C1 plus C2. So half C1 V1 square, if I take LCM C1 plus C2, then it is C1 plus C2 minus C1. Well, C2 remains here. So it is half C1 and C2. C1 C2 bracket V1 square by C1 plus C2. That's it. So this way, a very special case, very important case, where one of the capacitor is uncharged, the other one is being charged. The other one is charged, but the second one is uncharged. Then what are all the various things? The things what do we get when we combine in this combined system? The total, first one, common potential, very important. The common potential is Vc. This is an important thing. Their final charges, the final charges U1 dash, U2 dash. He may ask you to find anything, right? Their final energies, the total final energy. This is the total final energy after connection. Then the energy that is lost during the connection in the form of heat. Heat that is lost, energy lost in the form of heat can be written in this form. So this way we can write down, find the things for common potential when one of the capacitor is uncharged. When one of the capacitor is uncharged. In this one also you can take another case also. Another third case. The second capacitor is uncharged, okay, but the capacitors are identical. Now in this one, if again third case, if the second C1 and C2 both are equal, C1 and C2 both are equal, C, so then Q1 will be CV1, energy is half CV1 square, right? And this becomes, this is C, so it is C, finally Vc will become, Vc is simply V1 by 2. Well, here also it is CV1 by 2 you get. This also CV1 by 2. Total will be CV1. That one. Energy, coming to energy, all the capacitors are equal, C, right? So you will get it as, this is 1 by, all C it is. So C by 2C, so it's V by 2 whole square. You will get it as 1 by 8 CV square. 1 by 8 CV1 square you get. Here also you will get the same thing, 1 by 8 CV1 square you get. Well, here if you substitute, the total final energy will be 1 by 4 CV1 square. Nothing there. You equate C1 equal to C2 equal to C. Put C1 equal to C2 equal to C. Here also, all are C. Denominator is 2C. Right? 2 into 2, 4. C, 1C will get cancelled. So the energy lost is 1 by 4C V1 square it is. So total initial energy is half CV1 square, of which 1 by 4 CV1 square will remain and 1 by 4 CV1 square will be lost in the form of heat. 50% of the energy will be lost in the form of heat. 50% will remain. The highest percentage loss of energy takes place in this case, where one is charged, other is uncharged, and both are identical capacitors. Highest energy loss will occur in this case there. So if the capacitors are identical, the final potential will be V by 2. The final potential is V by 2. The charges are half, total charge is equally distributed, half CV1, half CV1. The energy, total energy is 1 by 8 CV1 square. Initial, U1 is 8, 1 by 8 CV1 square, 1 by 8 CV1 square. And even this also, second one, and the total final energy will be 1/4, 1 by 4 CV1 square. And the last one is also 1/4. A very important case to remember, right? Thank you very much.